All right, we're back here. We're gonna cover the some of the well, whatever the attachments I have for the Rippa R13 Pro. We'll cover kind of what my favorites are, and some of the other ones I haven't even used yet, but I plan to. So we'll find out in the future if they work, and those will be future videos. So let's check them out. First thing, I'll just tune down here so you can see them. So I've got these 4 attachments, and then I've got a large bucket, and we'll go ahead and measure that to show you. But so far, without a doubt, the standard bucket that comes on it, as well as the rake and the large bucket, are the 3 that I have used heavily. I have not used the Ripper, had a reason to yet really, or the trencher, which I'll be using here in upcoming videos. So here, let me get a measuring tape, and I'll show you the diameter, the sizes of them. All right, we'll start with the rake. The rake is, well, let's go this way. The rake is 16 inches wide, and from hitch point to the tip is about, looks like about almost 19 inches, just under about 18 3/4 to 19 inches right to the front edge of the first pin here. So not too bad of a size. It's four spoke. I have seen people who weld in extra supports inside here to help aid in the tangs not getting bent, but overall it's pretty good tool. It's very, very handy, works really well with the hydraulic thumb on the boom. I would highly recommend getting one of those. That is one of my top picks for attachments. So let's move on to the next one. The next one's going to be the standard bucket that came with the machine, the 2026 that I bought. It is 15 inches wide. If you go from the tongue, it's about 16 from here to here at the mouth. And then from the front tooth up to the end of the first pin is about 17 inches. And I mean, it's about, I don't know, just about 11 inches up to the height from the ground, just sitting on the ground there. So it's a good digger for small tasks, and just for trying to get through some material quickly. It works really, really well, and it also works really well with the hydraulic thumb that comes on the machine. All right, moving on. We're going to go with the Ripper. This Ripper is about 18 inches to the front of the first pin, and it's about 6 inches tall and 5 inches wide. And this one is specific, it's a Rippa part. So these all are Rippa parts. I got these directly from the dealer when I bought my machine. All right, that one I have not used yet. I've heard good things about it. I think that it's going to come in really handy for breaking hard, tough ground with a lot of rock in it, which I have some of it here in the Pacific Northwest in my half acre here. So I'll probably be using that in future videos as well. And then now we're going to move on to this is the trencher. The trencher from the front tooth up to the end of the first thing, about 17.5 inches. Width-wise, I keep doing that, going upside down here. It's about 7 inches at the top. From tooth to tooth, it's about 8.5 inches that way. And then height from the ground up, we're looking at about 13 to 13.5 inches to the top of the pin here. So it's a pretty, it's perfect for obviously trenching, being able to put in stuff like French drains. So that will definitely be getting used for that purpose on my property, as I need to run some French drains along the side of my property. So that'll be something you can tune into for a future video here coming up. And then I'm going to move on, and I'll show you the last bucket that I've got. Okay, for sake of ease of making my life a little easier, I'm just going to measure this one on the machine because it's currently attached. This one is from end to end about 30.5 inches, and then from the tooth to tooth across is about 32 inches. And then height wise, from tooth down is about actually, if I go tooth to the top of the tang here, like I did the other ones here, we're looking at about 17 inches to 17 and a half inches from the tooth all the way down to the top of the first pin. And depth wise, it's, well, I mean, just the bucket itself is almost 8 inches, about 7.5, 7.75 inches. And from just the tooth all the way down, or I'm sorry, the top all the way down, if it's sitting on the ground, is about 11.25 inches. So it's this bucket is really handy for tasks like moving a lot of dirt or smoothing. Like if I'm smoothing the area out and if I'm smoothing the area out and I'm putting a grade on anything, as an example, one of the future videos coming up here, I've been working on this. I am putting in just a small like ramp driveway kind of thing that's going to go up from the side of my house up to the backyard so that I can start clearing out a lot of the debris and the overgrowth in the back of this property. We haven't lived here that long, so that's what I'm getting to work on. But for doing this side was just a complete embankment before and hollowed out. I've been backfilling it and grading it as I go to make it about the height of the other half over here that was here when we moved here. So I'm kind of just turning this into one wide area that I can travel up and down pretty easy. But that large bucket is excellent for using the back of it to drag across the ground and smooth and grade it. So I would definitely recommend using a larger bucket or getting some kind of larger bucket like this one here, because these work really, really well for that purpose. But overall, those are the main attachments that I have. I haven't, like I said, used the ripper or the trencher yet, which that's, videos coming for sure, because I need to put in that French drain. But I will give examples of using all of these attachments in the near future as well. I just wanted to kind of do an overview or cover just the attachments that I have, give you an idea of what my favorites were. Definitely, without a doubt, the fork and the bucket that came with the machine are two of my favorites. This large bucket has gotten heavy use for me already, so I would have to lump that in with it as well. And basically that means the ones that I've used are my favorite. The other two that I haven't used aren't, clearly because I haven't had a chance to really test them out, but I'll probably like them for individual reasons as well. So I worked out a deal, just giving you a heads up, depending on who you buy it from or whatever dealer you do. When you're buying the Rippa, I would recommend trying to negotiate in with them to get a little bit better of a deal on some of the attachments, because they originally started out with at the dealer that I went through with a little higher of a price, and I was able to talk them down a little bit. So it's worth at least trying. Anyway, thanks again for tuning in. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. If you like what you saw, subscribe. Check out all my other videos on the Rippa R13 Pro. They're all posted, and I put them in a playlist so you guys can check them all out. Thanks. Talk to you later.